Yeshua's name. Hi everyone. Thanks for tuning in. In this video, I want to go over Isaiah 40. And so if anyone is willing and has some time, get out your Bibles and let's go over Isaiah 40. Now, the times that we're living in, I mean, seriously, I think it's pretty much known. If we keep our eyes on the world, we're just going to be depressed and feel hopeless. And I think we're living in a time where we have to live by faith. And I believe Yah is looking for those who are willing to just stand by his word and his promises in faith. I do believe we are in like a Red Sea moment type of days. And our hope is in the faith and promises of his written word. And I'm currently in the book of Isaiah, and reading chapter 40, my heart just goes on fire. And I just think it is totally relevant for these times that we live in. I believe Yah wants us to feed the sheep, to give comfort and hope to his people, because we're living in those times where that's the truth, is the faith, the comfort and hope of his promises. Those are the times we're living in. So Isaiah 40 talks about the judgment that is nigh, and I'm saying it's nigh. I do believe it is. How long? I don't know. And it talks about some really great things. So it's very encouraging, and this is a really awesome verse. And I'm just going to say, we know the Church of Philadelphia is the one that stood in all truth, and the one that was one of the ones that was not rejected. And I believe Isaiah 40 covers a lot of offensive things. Biblical truth is offensive to the world, and for those who can receive it. And I believe our future is to be able to preach the truth of Isaiah 40 in the open. Okay, we're talking about our glorified light bodies. We're talking about flat earth. We're talking about, okay, this is going to sound crazy, but this is scriptural. Alien insect races who live underground. Okay, it's true. And the Bible talks about it. Yeshua himself talked about it in the Gospel of Luke. So let's go into Isaiah 40. And I read this chapter a couple times, and I think I pretty much grasp what it's generally speaking of. So let's cover it. It's very encouraging. Comfort ye my people, says Elohim. Speak ye comfortably to Jerusalem, and cry unto her that her warfare is accomplished, that her iniquity is pardoned. For she has received Yahuwah's hand double for her sins. So this is after the judgment. The voice of him that cries in the wilderness, prepare ye the way of Yahuwah, make straight in the desert a highway for our Elohim. That's the greater Exodus, okay? We know he's going to gather his people. So make straight the way in the desert a highway for Elohim. Every valley shall be exalted, and every mountain and hill shall be made low. Now what did Messiah say? He said, those who exalt themselves will be humbled, and those who humble themselves will be exalted. And the crooked shall be made straight, and the rough places plain. And the glory of Yahuwah shall be revealed, and all flesh see it together. For the mouth of Yahuwah has spoken it. That's a judgment. Yah is going to speak to the world when he reveals himself, when the Son of Man comes in the clouds. The voice said, cry. And he said, what shall I cry? All flesh is grass. All the goodliness thereof is as the flower of the field. The grass withers, the flower fades, because the Ruach Yahuwah blows upon it. Surely the people is grass. The grass withers, the flower fades, but the word of Elohim shall stand forever. Guys, this is talking about our glorified light bodies, but it's really talking about the condemnation of the wicked, how they're going to receive the opposite. They're going to be clothed with death. They're going to wither like a flower, and our flesh is as grass and is as a flower. That's why when Yeshua said, turn the other cheek, and the cheek represents our flesh, our youth, our beauty. It's nothing but fading. And when we do that, we receive an eternal reward that lasts forever. O Zion, that brings good news, get you up into the high mountains. O Jerusalem, that brings good news, lift up your voice with strength. Lift it up, be not afraid. Say unto the cities of Yehuda, behold your Elohim, behold, Adonai Yahuwah will come with a strong hand, and his arm shall rule for him. Behold, his reward is with him, and his work before him. He shall feed his flock like a shepherd. He shall gather the lambs with his arm, and carry them in his bosom, and shall gently lead those that are with young. Okay, Yeshua of Nazareth. Absolutely. Who has measured the waters in the hollow of his hand, and meted out heaven with a span, and comprehended the dust of the earth in a measure, and weighed the mountains in scales, and the hills in a balance? Who has directed the Ruach Yahuwah, or being his counselor has taught him? With whom took he counsel, and who instructed him, and taught him in the path of judgment, and taught him knowledge, and showed him to the way of understanding? Behold, the nations are a drop of a bucket. I believe this is messianic prophecy. And are accounted as the small dust of the balance. Behold, he takes up the isles as a very little thing, and Lebanon is not sufficient to burn, nor the beast thereof sufficient in ascending smoke offering. All nations before him are as nothing. They are counted to him less than nothing, and vanity. I'm sorry for distraction. I can't get up and do anything about that. Verse 18, to whom then will he liken El, or what likeness will you compare unto him? All right, this is messianic prophecy for sure. All right, now here's where it gets really interesting, okay? The workman melts a graven image, and the goldsmith spreads it over with gold. All right, so wait. Here we go in verse 18. Okay. To whom then will you liken El, or what likeness will you compare unto him? This is referring to the heathen. This is addressing the heathen who counterfeit the image of Yah. Okay? The workman melts a graven image, and the goldsmith spreads over it with gold. Silver chains. He that is so impoverished that he has no oblation chooses a tree that will not rot. He seeks unto him a cunning workman to prepare a graven image that will not be moved. What are we talking about here? Remember, as I believe it's Revelation, when finally Satan is revealed for who he really is, and the earth just says, this is the one who oppressed the nations. They're nothing but puny, wretched lizards. They're nothing but puny and wretched insects who use witchcraft, which we just got into, to make an image technology that they look like humans. That's what this is talking about. Have you not known? Have you not heard? Has it not been told you from the beginning? Have you not understood from the foundations of the earth? It is he that establishes the circuit of the earth. Here we are in flat earth. The earth is flat, the flat earth model. It is he that establishes the circuit of the earth. Now, why is he saying this? Because the heathen, they believe they're the ones that establish the earth, that they have complete dominion over us. And the inhabitants thereof are as locusts. Now, truly, we are as locusts to the earth. I mean, our existence here on the earth, we pollute it, we eat everything up, it rots away. That's just the condition we're in this paradigm. So we are as locusts, but it's in the Bible, it's saying, and the inhabitants thereof as locusts, because the heathen who this is addressing are locusts, okay? They are alien insect race living underground. And this is, Yeshua spoke of this in the Gospel of Luke. I'll leave the verse in the description box below. Okay? Brother Jonathan Kleck gets into this. I'll leave his channel in the description box below if you want to, check it out. But this is truth. So this is all like a play on words. That stretches out the heavens as a curtain and spreads them out as a tabernacle to dwell in. So why are they saying this is the Lord that does this? It's because the heathen, okay, They have civilizations on the moon. They have civilizations on Mars. And I'm sorry, but the flat Earth model explains this perfectly. The flat Earth model is truth. And I know this is the truth, and we could kind of see it in the scriptures. They have they put their nests on high. I think it's written in Zephaniah. So I know this is truth from my experiences. So this is all a play on words. You know, it's saying like the Lord is doing this because it's the heathen who counterfeit it. And they think they have full control. They think, you know, the Lord will not do good. The Lord will not do evil, that kind of thing. He'll just be silent. They can do whatever they want. This is what this is talking about. So ye, verse 24, ye that shall not be planted, they shall not be sown, ye their stock shall not take root in the earth. And he shall also blow upon them, and they shall wither. Okay? So we're getting into the millennial reign, and we're talking about the condemnation of the wicked. And the whirlwind shall take them away as stubble. So this gives us a timeline into prophecy that they're going to receive their unglorified bodies of death, and then they're going to face the whirlwind. Remember Proverbs 30 verse 4, the winds are as if his fists. It's not going to be a good end for them. To whom then will he liken me, or shall I be equal, says the Holy One? Because they think they're equal to the Lord. They think they're equal to Yah. They counterfeit his image through this image technology. They're really lizards disguised as humans. They're really locusts and insects disguised as humans. I've seen this stuff with my own eyes. I know it's true. Lift up your eyes on high, and behold, who has created these things, that brings out their hosts by number, and calls them by names by the greatness of his might. Okay? Now, in the flat earth model, the Bible teaches us that stars in the sky are angels. They're not distant suns and galaxies and all that stuff. They're angels. And we know when the Lord comes, he's going to bring 10,000s of his holy ones, of his angels. And this is what it's talking about. For that he is strong in power, and not one fails. So, again, he's addressing the heathen. Why do you say, O Jacob, and speak, O Yisrael, my way is hid from Yahuwah, and my judgment is passed from my Elohim? See, they think they're not going to have to endure the judgment. They're going to make a covenant with death, but it shall come to nothing. Have you not known, have you not heard, that Eloi Olam Yahuwah, the creator of the ends of the earth, faints not, neither is weary? There is no searching of his understanding. He gives power to the faint. To them that have no might, he increases strength. Even the youth shall, and now he's speaking about the heathen, even their youth shall faint and be weary, and the young men shall utterly fall. But they that wait upon Yahuwah shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary, and they shall walk and not faint. And that's the redemption that's our redemption. When we get our glorified light bodies, when we're redeemed from our sin nature, from which we inherited from Adam and Eve. We shall mount up with wings as eagles. We shall run and not be weary, and we shall walk and not faint. Praise Yah. So pray about this. I know I'm being kind of aggressive and I don't mean to tell people what to believe. I'm just speaking truth. I'm just speaking truth. I'll put some links in the description box below. This is a very encouraging chapter to read in these times. This is the kind of stuff we should be holding on to. All right. Yah bless you. I pray this is a blessing. Thanks for tuning in.